Hello,
Hello.
Minu and Ron. Thank you all for having me here. Mr. Ash, I have a different question for you. Many brilliant men and women have left prestigious jobs and have come to ONPASSIVE to work. In your opinion, what is different that is drawing them to you, to the company?
That's a good question. And yes, it is a different question. I agree with you, Listra. And I question that myself, okay? But it's a blessing. I tried to probably clarify that yesterday on 360. And in a nutshell, I think for the most part is either one or a combination, one of the two or a combination. Following somebody they trust or they like, and blindly they follow them. And the other part is seeing the vision and believing in, wow, I can do something more in my life, or finally I can work almost on my dream, but on a much faster track where almost I gave up on my dream. So the liberty, the flexibility that we provide to especially those big profiles that you know some, alongside with seeing that vision that we're working, it's a greater purpose than just working on a job, traditional job. So now, okay, I see this vision and I can be a part of that. Also, I see so and so. I see Lystra or Michael or so and so, you know, for the sake of illustration and example, but they know the other names on. That means they've seen it, and for that reason, I'm on board. I'll keep it that simple, but I'm sure every case they have their personal preference, and I'm like you, interested one day to maybe have a session open. Hello, Dr. Ayman. What drew you to ONPASSIVE when you don't need a job, or you were not looking, or you're fine, and why ONPASSIVE, or so and so, or that doctor, that engineer, that expert. You know, we have a number of them. I'm interested to know their say on that. But from my side, I thought about it, and I think it's because who we have with us already, and some of the names that are not disclosed. Strategic names, okay, and of course, seeing the vision and the purpose of ONPASSIVE is greater than just having a job. So they desire to be a part of that, if that helped.
Wonderful. Yes. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Lester. So next, Peter Rogers has a question, but Julie's going to read it, please.
Also, Julie is going to read, guys. Okay, go ahead.
He doesn't have mic.
So what's happening, guys? Men, hello, men.
Okay.
Can you hear me? You could...
Oh,
yeah, Julie.
There you go.
Yeah, Peter.
Oh, right.
Peter.
Okay. Great. Okay, sorry, I couldn't unmute. Okay, I couldn't unmute Ash, so obviously I can now. Great to be here. Nice to see everybody. Thanks for inviting me on. And my question is, Ash, obviously ONPASSIVE are building in-house card processing system that obviously pay for commissions and to take money for products. Will ONPASSIVE be developing a system for outside businesses to have a card processing system to take card transactions? Is that part of what the in-house system that you're building?
Right, Peter, and that's also, it's kind of relevant to what Sherry asked.
Yeah, it was earlier on, but I've been in and out, so I'm sorry I couldn't. Well, I didn't get all the questions.
But sure, you have another piece of it, which is for the businesses, and the answer is yes.
Right. Okay, that's great. Perfect. Okay, thank you.
All right, great. So next was Key, but Key already heard his answer. So wonderful. We go to Andy. Andy Burks, please.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Ash.
Andy?
I had a question regarding. I have a number of sizable organisations and companies that are keen to consider OConnect. Is there a specific route that we should take when introducing such companies or organisations?
Very, very good question, Andy. And we also have those already orders. So can I allow me to touch up on other areas of ONPASSIVE? So there are some organizations, departments, or ministries, if you wish, at the state departments, for example, they have ordered some of the specifications for us to implement, whether AI or marketing or design or just traditional programming or mobile app, etc. So some robotic hardware. So they've seen some of our demos, and so we've had those orders on the side. At the moment, we're managing them case by case. So we come and weigh in, like, okay, what do we benefit from that? Is it going to distract? Do we have to, take resources and put them in this project? Is it only financial return, or do we have other benefits with, having that credibility by being the software that is doing the labor department of UAE? Example. All right, that's huge. Okay. Okay, so this is how we do it. So there are different values. Now, for the SaaS products, okay, such as OConnect, everything we just started kind like building and structuring each product as a standalone company. So there will be an OConnect company where it caters to SaaS ecosystem, of course, the first one. And our goal is to connect everything back to the ecosystem so the affiliates can benefit. But yet we would have a la carte or standalone where they can order, including ODomain. Okay. So if somebody want to come and like get a domain or website build or whatever with us and hosting quickly with us, but they're not in the ecosystem, that will be a different route. It will be on that external website without the need for them to go to the ecosystem. Perhaps some products like OConnect, there will be also other names known in the market for the video conferencing services we have. So there will be OConnect, let's say with the ecosystem, rhyming with the O, etc. And then there will be, let's say, Andy video conferencing standalone company, if just for the market. You can do it as white labeled for some companies. They want to white label, they want to have the software, etc. Or some will have some request or modifications. So the team of Andy VC will handle that to do the justification, because businesses have preferences. And it's something I wasn't open to in the beginning. But when you see the potential and the demand by these companies, and the disappointment that they will have if we're just like limited to one option. In the beginning, we just want to make it simple, but now we are branching off. So today we don't have that route publicly, but let them see the new release of OConnect, okay? And maybe, I don't want to say time, but down the road, shortly this year, we're going to have another product that is completely disruptive for the VC area, and then we'll discuss which route they go.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
We could hold them a little bit, and they would have more choices. But our interest is to cover them as well, to give them that preference they're looking for.
Yeah, sure. I mean, with a lot of these companies, they want someone to talk to, in order to, like you say, almost white label or design specific. So thank you for that. Much appreciated.
Thank you, Andy.
Thank you, Andy. So by the time I'll bring Narelle in, why don't we go to Julie Pieri, please, and then we go to Jeffrey. Go ahead, Julie.
Thank you, Manole. Hello, Mr. Ash. Pleasure to be here. My question is concerning the payment processor. You have spoken about the company having our own payment processor. If you're at LIB, can you give us an update or a time frame when it would be ready? Can you update us on that, please? If you are able to. Thank you.
So without dates or timelines, eventually we will be the payment processor for businesses and for individuals, including that micro transactions we've talked about, okay? Like mobile, that Terry, I think, asked. And the phase we're in right now, we're having, you know, third-party resources available in the market. That's what we have. We have a few, and we have multiple options that we kept for a higher stage when we have more volume, because of the volume and the diversity. There's not one solution that we can use that will cover everything we want. The ultimate solution will be our solution, okay? It's not available yet, okay? But at the moment, we use other vendors and payment processors. But a few we haven't shared with you yet. They're coming because of the predicted volume that is coming.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ash.
You're welcome, Julie.
Thank you. Thank you, Julie. I believe Narelle is here. Narelle, it's your turn, please.
Hello.
There you go.
G'day. Hello, Mr. Ash.
Hi, Narelle.
And hello to everyone from Australia. I did send in a question. I'll just read it to you. And I have just one other little question after that. So the question that's come in to me over here is that there are quite a few that are not seeing their trimmed links in OTrim from Australia. I don't know about other countries. I haven't asked. New Zealand is also included in that. They have said that they have tried everything, as in clearing cache, cookies, refreshing, whatever. Is this a concern from the back office, or do the tech team know about this? It has been said that maybe it could be the internet provider, however, or our mobile provider, which is Telstra over here. However, I use the same provider and I have no concerns with my OTrim, my links or anything like that. So that's the first one.
No problem, Narelle. If you are seeing the same thing, there might be something that our team will check. And Julie, can you leave that in red? I'm just going to copy that to our team. Just leave it the way it is as a pending task. And I'll convey that to the team. They're able to access from other countries and IP addresses. So they will have them check it from Australia and see if there's something on our side or any advice they would recommend.
Thank you.
But
They also
be a
did.
big problem. Yeah,
They also said that McAfee, which I think is a security company,
yes,
that
antivirus.
blocks things, that may be part of it. Like I said, I use Apple products, not quite sure whether McAfee is applied to myself. That's why I can get through, and that's why I can see all the OTrim links.
McAfee is not on the iPhone, for example. That's the way to try it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So try
And
it on a
that's- I
cell
do-
phone.
Yeah, I did. I tried it on my cell phone and all my links and everything works. So not everybody has an iPhone. So it's just something, like you said, if it can be passed on just to be looked at to see if there's something holding it there. The other one was, and just a little bit left field, you talk about like the card and things like that. I just wanted to know, because one of the big concerns over here with a lot of businesses is they pay such a fortune for their FPOS machines to be able to use their FPOS machines. I'm not quite sure what you call them over there, card machines where you insert or tap. But yeah, I just wanted to know about, having an availability, because I know a lot of them use portable ones. A lot of them use them from certain banks that they're with, but the fees on those FPOS machines are just outrageous. And now they're looking at passing that cost on to the customer, not just, taking it in or accepting that what is. I know American Express itself has a very high percentage, so a lot of people don't use that. So that was just a little question that I wanted to share.
No problem.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, with that, we go to Jeffrey, please.
Can you leave it in red? No, don't highlight it, please, Julie. Okay, go ahead.
Can you unmute, Jeffrey? We cannot hear you.
No.
We still have a problem. We still can't hear you. Why don't you play with that? Maybe come back, and then we'll go to message from Dr. Masego. Judy, please.
Yes, let me do this.
Thank you.
Dr. Masego, hold on.
After that, we go to Lori, Ivy, and Oliver.
Okay. Could Ash say a little bit about OBless strategy? How and when we can expect its implementation? For example, will it be overlap, go simultaneously with OConnect release to the masses? How and when will we be able to, will allow to submit proposal? That's question number one. Should I ask the second, or should you answer that first?
Let me answer that better. So about OBless and as well all other products, we purposely wanted to hold them until the release of OConnect, whether because they rely on OConnect or like mechanically, or so that the rollout process goes smooth. So for those reasons. And I'm going to also include a question from Collins Manna about the pending withdrawals. So I can include that with it. And also another reason for not rolling out more products is we want to clear and not releasing more products and not even accepting more payments for OConnect, the first paid product. We have a pause on that. At the same time, we have not released more products, though we have them ready. So we're literally leaving money on the table for us and for you, perhaps, for the reason that we wanted to clear out the commissions, make sure that OConnect is out the first in the upcoming official release, and then that will get the others get unstuck. So everything seems to be lined up strategically just after this first step, which is OConnect official release, clearing out the withdrawals, and then opening with more payment processors and move on to more products, if that makes sense. So that kind of like combined 2-3 questions in one.
Perfect. Thank you. Could you brief us on Egypt, Africa, Arab event, and how can we help include countries that did not attend or benefit from this event?
More of an O media area. So there are two things there that I would say more, but primarily I would say they're more striving for better technologies, AI, education, and media. Those are the areas that are primarily all those countries have in common, and some, not just limited to Africa. However, some of these summits, what they do is they uh, exchange information and see how they can collaborate for some of the companies where they can help them advance or at least align with the rest of the world. So that is the goal. So yes, we are not limited to the countries that have attended, and there's no restriction for who can do that. And politics is involved as well, and countries, regimes, and all of that. But for us, we don't say no to anyone, and I think we have more work than we could ask for.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks, Julie, for reading that. We go to Lori, please. Then we go to Ivy and then Oliver.
Hi, Ash. I'm real excited about the medical things that are going to be coming through ONPASSIVE and stuff. And I was wondering, would ONPASSIVE do like a medical insurance in the future that, it'd be a lower cost or implemented in medical doctors and things?
If I tell you my objective for this target and purpose tonight, I'll be assassinated. I think that should give you the answer.
Okay. Thank you, Ash.
All right, great, wonderful. Thank you.
They don't like what we are doing, period.
Gotcha.
And it's a big industry.
Okay, so we're going to go to Oliver before we go to Ivy. Oliver, go ahead, please.
Yeah, hi everybody. Hi, I'm Ash. Yeah, my question, the first one was already asked by Julie. So, but the next one is about the payment processor. Would that be running in our own AI data center? And how far are we with our AI data center?
Thank you. Well, good to see you, Oliver.
Thank you, Ash.
I shared almost daily. I work with Mr. Frank. He's also from Cameroon, another sharp guy. So he reminds me of you constantly, almost every day. So
thank you.
Many sharp people come from Cameroon that I know. The payment processor, I'm sorry, I think you also wanted to ask about the payment processor too, but it's been covered, I think, fairly enough.
Yes.
The data center is set fairly to go this year, okay? I don't want to say 6 months away and all of that. You never know. This is not a small project. This is a big one. But if all goes well, we will end up this year having the entire ecosystem hosted with us, payment processor, everything is hosted with us, especially ONet, OPal, all of that. You have to have your data center, your own hosting, because there's something called AWS.
Yes.
They're mafia.
Yes.
They're your partners by force when it comes to hosting. For those who don't know, Amazon Web Service is the host most businesses use currently, including X and GoDaddy and everybody, okay? They're not cheap.
Yes.
They have no mercy. and they don't mind taking your children, not just your money. So yeah, I'm very optimistic it will be this year complete. It's not a normal project the size that we're working on, all of that. But I have to tell you, our IT team did an incredible work. They basically traveled to every continent. They traveled the world to come up with something that is disruptive, something that is unique, and it will be cost effective for the users, for the company, environment friendly, the whole nine yards. So I think we're going to change that game.
Okay.
For decades, it's been almost exclusive and monopoly to a couple players on that topic. And that's why they dictate the price. But to be honest with you, the technology is a bit outdated now. You know, the servers that you used to use in 2000, like Google's servers in 2000, the size and the number of machine you needed back then, you could replace a whole farm by one device today. You understand that?
Yeah.
Size, effectiveness, speed, cost, everything has changed. They're monster machines nowadays.
Yeah. Then the other question, my other question on the AI data center, are we going to bring in other companies or commercialize our AI data center?
Both.
Good. Why I'm saying this, because like AWS, they do have the S3 bucket that is like a meter. The more data comes in, the more money they charge you. Yes. So the area will speed up us so that we will house all our applications and everything. Yeah.
Yes. So remember, there's a standard ecosystem needs, okay, for the SaaS products, and then there is the enterprise level that we will open to that public, okay? So let's say, remember Andy VC business model?
Yeah.
Okay, let's say that's not OConnect, but it's like another video conferencing application that is open to the public, and that requires hosting. So we need to have our own hosting scalable, of course, our data center, and to be able to cater to any demand. So that is the case. So it will be different. But you know, also we use MongoDB for the graphic. You know that for the media.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's not 100% AWS. I don't know if you knew that, but we also use MongoDB. People, you don't have to worry about that if you don't know. Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you, Oliver.
Thank you. Thank you.
How about for a nice break, Mr. Ash? In just a few minutes, it's literally Oliver's birthday, March the 2nd.
Oh, wow. That's a beautiful date.
It's also Ivy's birthday for another 8 minutes.
Another 8 minutes.
You better get in a happy birthday, Ash, or I'm going to fire you.
Beautiful. So what is it, like 1901 or 2001? Because the pattern here, 3, 2, what's next? 1. What is it? 81, 91, 71? 1801?
Say something, Ivy.
Oh my God. When I saw that date, I said, I'm going to claim it. I'm going to tell everybody that Ash is having a birthday party on my birthday. That's all. And that's what we have. So, yeah, thank you so much, Ash, for tonight. It's been amazing. And the 1st of March is always an auspicious date all over the world, 3/1. So I just know that all that we've done tonight and what is going to go forward from now is going to be a good thing. It's like all the things you've said, like I like the alternative lifestyle. Like you have having two of everything is okay. God, we have two eyes and everything. So if we always have a backup, that is really nice. That is really comforting. That is showing that we're going to go a long way. We're going to be around for very long. So I had also written in my comments that I happen to live next to the Blue Origin and the Lockheed Martin offices. And just like Mr. Oliver was saying, when you think of other companies, like we just living next to two big space giants, I also think that will be a greater giant. So every time the third building, I look at it and I say, ONPASSIVE will be here one day and will be bigger than all of them. And we have so many Indians, like you just said, you know, the wealth of knowledge that God gave that region on computer. We have them in this city, you know, because they also man the visa offices. The visa office also is next to that building. So every day it makes me think of our expansion. So I just want to say all that you said tonight is in order, and I just did not, it's not like I don't have a question. The question I'll ask is whenever you think of coming to expand in Colorado, there you just have a place. So those were the comments I had made, and I told Mino, I said I would just say something that is on my heart, and I just want to say thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Avi. You know, I like how you said it, to be there, okay? I don't like to replace or bankrupt somebody or get them out to business. Yeah, there's room for success to everyone.
I sent Marty. Marty has not looked at it yet. I sent him the pictures of the building. I said one day we'll be all together. So thank you so much.
Of course.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ivy. So with that, we go to Vincent. Then he has a question to read for Jeffrey Moloch. So Vincent, please. Vincent? Okay, well, let's go to Key. Please read Jeff's message. Then Julie Wynn is going to read Satya's question.
Hey, Minnow.
Yes, yes.
It's Jeffrey. I'm back on. I refreshed, so I'm good now.
Awesome.
Thank you, Minnow, and thank you, Key. Good evening. Mr. Mufareh, it's so good to see you. Thank you, and everybody here, thank you. I'm glad to be following the tech guys here. I think they're awesome, and I'm right in line with that. We've had some recent advancements in blockchain lately. Some of them are great. The DeFi was a no-brainer. But I do know that you had indicated earlier that the blockchain that we're going to be using and the blockchain that we're developing, along with like your AI, it's going to be for internal purposes. But I'm wondering if we're ever going to look at maybe making blockchain as a service, something that we'll do along with the other data system things or data centers. You know, the platforms as a service, or maybe information as a service. Will we at some point offer blockchain as a service, do you think?
Initially, like I said, more good to see you as well, Jeffrey, and I agree with you about the guys. We're so blessed to have them. The intelligence Cameroonian crew and all other tech guys. Yeah, there are different choices of that, but initially our goal is to keep it, like to have it for internal use, for applications as standalone, and secondly for the entire ecosystem and marketplace to basically have that data monetization for marketing purposes, for speed and replication, all of that. So that is the initial thing. To go outside that, of course, for transactional pieces, whether it's the finance or medical, all of that, that is going to be the second phase. So initially, we're going to keep it for our users, secondary, at least internally, and second phase will be to go beyond that. I still didn't say that we're offering that as a service. I didn't get to the point where we're planning to offer it as a service. There will be a better person to talk about that. I will be happy to ask them if the scope of work we have right now is going to lead us to that eventually. I am not so much interested in it, but if they have a better view on why should we make it available for companies or individuals, we can definitely benefit from that.
Thank you. Wonderful. Okay, Miss Julie, want to read Satya's question, please?
Yes, I will do that right now. The future in OConnect to switch from desktop to mobile and from mobile to desktop.
Yes. So what's the question?
I guess he would like to know if you have the update on that. Let me read
any comments.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all he said. Please ask on my behalf about the future of OConnect to switch from desktop to mobile and switching devices. Or I guess
it's a byproduct. It's right now we have it available in all those different formats, and the new release also. I don't know if the Tech Pro know that the mobile app of ecosystem is an authentic, it's an original mobile app. In OConnect is not. You understand the difference? Maybe Collins can address that one of those sessions. So the new release, OConnect, is going to be authentic OConnect with that. So the switch is easy right now. If you're logged in the ecosystem and you close one device, you open the other device. But to have it to where the active application that you have open as a part of our AI progression, eventually, if you close one device or the computer shut down, I think I'm going to address something John White asked. This is really good. Okay. John White asked, okay, I'm going to say it if it's okay, unless he's able to talk. And I'm going to mix it with this question about the switching technologies or applications between in OConnect and everything else. John White said, what technology innovations has been the most challenging to develop, with which one has given you the most joy and satisfaction? So let's take about the most challenging, the part. What technologies are challenging? So for example, one of the challenges we had, you would never know it, okay? You don't even know that we're working on it. So let's say you're now on OConnect and your power goes off. It goes out, okay? Shut down, or your machine, okay? If you're a speaker, your picture is gonna freeze on the screen with us. That's it. We cannot see it. You cannot talk. You cannot. But it's still going to hold the place that, and that is a challenge for us. We're told that we're like almost 2 weeks away from that, and it was a blocker to release this OConnect. And I finally 2 days ago I gave the okay and the green light to go without it, because 99.99 of us would never experience that. But in case you experience it, it's a challenge. But I think we're very close to the resolution to that. When we solve it, you're able to, if you're power goes out, if your machine gets freezes or whatever, it's not going to affect the application. And let's say you log in from a different device, and AI is going to know which application you're currently using. So it's almost like you just switch device, but it will be on the exact spot, exact session as a synced uh, application. It's synced all across the different devices. So we didn't solve it. It was a challenge. If that helps you, John White, to know what was some of the challenges. That's one. We have so many. It's no secret. We're changing so many things. We have crazy ideas, but we believe there's a solution to everything, like this one. Okay. So that's the thing. So it's in time. You're not going to have any issue to switch devices. It would be seamless, but even more than that, your account is going to pick up from where you left. It's almost like saving your work automatically. It's important. Let's say you're typing OMail and you have like half a page. Something happens. Let's say your internet connection goes down. You don't want to lose that. So it should auto save. All right. Hope this helps.
Great. So looks like Charles has a comment to make, but we go to Niraj. Niraj has a question and hopefully a question. And then we go to Charles. Niraj, please.
First of all, thank you, Minu, and thank you, Ron, for the invitation. And yes, it's a question and it's a related question. So my first question, sir, is about the bulk payments. My question was, is the test complete of 100 people? And if yes, then the other payments, from which email are they coming? Because a lot of people are getting spams or not understanding whether it is a spam or it is related to the same. So if you could throw some light on that.
I'm glad. Thank you so much, Neeraj. That's a good question. I'm glad we're aware of it. Okay. In general, don't ever pay money to get money. If somebody's trying to abuse your email by saying pay this because you're gonna get that, don't ever pay that. ONPASSIVE doesn't ask you to pay money by email. Okay? And if anything happens, we will always give you heads up to that. You can only just use your card from the main marketplace. That's how you can subscribe to our product, and that's the only way. So we don't send email, we don't put a pop-up or Facebook or Ash is like collecting. None of that is genuine. All of it, scam. You see the headline, delete, don't read. I would never ask you for money. I don't even access Facebook. I don't use it. I'm not going to send you an email to ask you for money. Not the company is going to do that. There's a marketplace, proper shopping cart, checkout through the system. That's the only way. All right? Don't respond to anybody. Nobody's going to collect money on our behalf. Now, the bulk mail had some issues. That's why we had to pause it. So we had issues. We paused it. And if all goes well with the backup plan, we might not need to send that email. It will be through or verify in the back office. So we bypass sending that link by email. It was a little bit, I would say, inconvenient and difficult. It's not user friendly. And for that reason, we paused it. The truth, okay? And the second or the next upcoming one, the bulk mail, rather it will be handling all in one, without having to go through the scaling issue. I think within a short period, I'll be able to address, go check everybody's paid out 100%. Very, very close to that. Okay, so we're going to clear things out without having to stage it, as previously we did, with a better option, without the need to go and do the KYC by email for an external company. It was not my preference, but I took that over zero. At the time, we had nothing, so I needed to get that moving, at least slower, more difficult, but better than zero. Okay, so we, it's not a difficult choice, but because it was not smooth, so we decided to halt that.
Thank you very much.
And good news for India, we will be able to pay bulk in those cards. You would have to order the card. It will be by order, and it's an option. You don't have to. Our goal also to have net pay. What do you call it? Net banking in India. So our goal to have that, so it will be instant, but it's limited to a daily 1 lakh. 100,000 Indian rupee INR. That is the rule, but we are going to give options. Okay, so we'll give you the net banking, we'll give you the card. With everything they did to me, India, I'm still spoiling them. But I guess love is powerful.
So Ash, I will also get. I'm Indian or here in Canada.
You have a good advantage. You can play Indian when you need to. And you can play Canadian when they're in trouble. Yeah.
If you're giving money over there, I'll go to India. Then when you're giving money here, I'll come here.
Okay, with that, let's go to Charles Osan comment, please. Thank you for your patience, Charles.
Oh, thanks, Minu, and thanks, everybody. I actually have a comment and a question, right? But I'll start with a comment because I am overwhelmed with joy today after this webinar. So just so you know, Ash, I had never doubted this business even 1 second from the day I listened to you the very first time. I already anticipated these difficulties. As a matter of fact, to me, it's still record timing for what's being accomplished, in my opinion, okay? Not that I don't need money. I do need money more than anybody else. But I also do understand that these kind of things take time, right? So I'm ultra patient. And I'm really, really overjoyed today, especially you recounting what you've gone through. So as we are just at a good place. We just see the good things, the easy part. And I always knew that this project is divine. And because God gave it to you, He will give you the people to work with you and to get you out of it successfully in due time. And when God gives you a project, the project is delivered in His own timing, not ours. We may want it today, tomorrow, but He has His timing. And He has let you grow into it so that you can now overcome. So I'm really, really very glad. You talked about the phases, the ecosystem being the first phase. You talked about starting phase 2, phase 3. Never mind the dependencies that might be in between, just because you have people that are engineers. And I'm really, really comfortable hearing that. I'm happy about just the idea of the ONPASSIVE group, okay? So it keeps me at a place where I'm sure today is going to be one of my best days ever with this company, okay? So thank you, congratulations for everything that you've done, accomplished, to you and to the team, and to all of those who have believed in you and the vision from day one. I just want to thank everybody, okay? Now, the question. Today in the market, we have devices, applications that run in the 4K resolution. I know you had once told us that our OConnect can go up to 8K.
True.
And you also said, but because it can go up to 8K, doesn't mean we can use it at 8K because of that bottleneck out there for those devices. You also mentioned to us that ONPASSIVE is going to be coming out with devices, hardware devices that can handle the 8K. So it's just going to make OConnect run at the lightning speed and clarity. Now, the question is, any updates on those hardware devices? If it's possible for you to talk about it, if not, it's okay. We'll wait as usual because we know it's coming. It's a done deal.
They were done since April 2023, roughly a year ago. And you cannot release them and you're not officially satisfied with the product to where you want to take it. Now is the time. So since we're coming out to the stable and viral commercial release, it will be more reasonable to include other products and add to that the payment processors, the commissions, all of that. So we don't want to start into selling devices, technologies, hardware, tools before nailing OConnect and before clearing the pending payments and having a long run, for the purchasing. So those are the reasons. So there's nothing else to wait for except the strategic plan in the logistics, but they are done.
That is good to know. That's going to take us at another level as far as the competition.
Great. Thank you, Charles. Thank you. We have a question from Dr. Benny that Julie is going to read, please, and then we go to Joyce.
How many more we have left?
That's it. That would be it.
So who we have? I'm sorry, next.
Dr. Benny has a question. Julie is going to read it.
Okay.
And then Joyce is going to make a nice comment.
Hello, Mr. Ash. I did do a withdrawal. I did not receive any system email up until now. It has been a month. I am still waiting for the response.
That means it's not processed. So, yeah, some people requested from October, did not receive. So I'm not sure what's the question. She's probably hasn't been aware. We have paused the withdrawal process and the payment process for the reason of the processes and the payout system, and that is what we just talked about. Almost ready to clear all of that out. So it is not a problem. There's no issue. It's just there's a delay in the execution of that. The truth. I'm not saying we have payments from last year pending, and that's why we're not accepting more payments. And that's what we've been talking about the whole session. Soon will be addressed, so you will know.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Ash. And Joyce, please.
Thank you, Manu. Hello, Ash, and thank you, Ryan, for this platform. I just wanted to comment and say I'm just so excited about what's going on and where we're going. And when you were talking about the challenges that you've had, and because of the challenges, it's made you the person that you are, and it's taken us to the point where we are right now. And in life, without challenges, the bigger the bigger the dream, the more adversaries that we have.
The harder the battle.
That's right. The harder the battle, but you have come through the battle, and I know that God is ordained you for this. And like you said, it's a done deal. So we are just so excited, and we're so blessed to be in this place that you decided to bring us along. And when you said when the locomotive train starts to go, there is no stopping it. And so I'm just really blessed to be here in this space and to be in the place that God has allowed and that you have brought us along with. And when you're talking about all these things that are happening and the people that you've attracted, that is just so amazing, Ash. And I'm just kudos to you, to the team, and to everyone. That someone said that what made these people attract you, because positive and intelligence attracts that. So you're attracting the people that God has placed in your path to be there. So thank you again so much, and the team and everyone that's working so hard behind the scenes, where you don't have to do this, but you do it because you have the heart for people, the heart for humanity, and the heart just to love. And just, and like I said, when I met you, you were just that person. You were honest, you were intelligent, you were down to earth, you were funny, you were loving, and you made all of us feel like we were the only person in the room. And I know that that will continue to radiate from you. And because of what you've done, now we're able to see life differently, and we're able to do life differently. We're able to just to love people more, and to accept people more, and just to really appreciate you for all that you've done, for all that you're going to do. And it's going to happen. It's a done deal. People stop worrying. Chillax. We got this. Thanks.
Thank you, Joyce. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Joyce. Means a lot from you. You just have to up your game and get better. And I agree with you. Not only I wouldn't give up, I wouldn't do anything else. That's the only thing I would do. I would work for this.
Mr. Ash, I sent you something to your phone from Narelle. I think you should probably look at that. I left her a little note that she went with her too. Something you guys could probably look at. Might make sense. Joyce is from Michigan. That's why she is who she is. That's Michigan blood there.
Incredible. Incredible. At least she didn't sell it out for a warmer place.
Yeah,
Well, so far in the panel, Dan Street hasn't said a word, and Raphael, if you have anything to say, then we wrap it up beautifully with Julie Wynn. Go ahead, Dan or Raphael.
No, I'll say a couple things. Thank you, Ash, for everything. All my questions I had were answered, so I didn't pop in and say anything. As long as everybody here believes in this process and this journey, and I'm one of those believers that I just know that the process is going forward, and as long as everybody stays engaged, I mean, it's just a trust issue. We all trust in ONPASSIVE and Ash and the team that he's put together, and you're comfortable with all of the processors and the team and everybody that you've put together. So that's the only comment I have, and I just we're just blessed. All of us are just blessed to be a part of this, and this has been. And you know what? OConnect is running perfectly tonight. It's so clear. Everybody is so clear, and there's no issues at all. And this isn't even the final version, so that's exciting. So thanks again, Ash, and thanks everybody. It's been a wonderful webinar.
Appreciate you, Dan. Thank you so much. I'm glad.
All right. Norel messaged me that John White has his hand raised.
Yeah.
John, are you here?
He's texting me right now. I don't know if you came back. I did, John, unless you got more.
While we wait for John White, let me say what's up to all. Thank you, Manole. Thank you, Ron. Hello to you, Mr. Ash. My question to you, Mr. Ash, I know we talked about some products tonight. Most of my questions has been answered already. Is there coming sometime in the future where ONPASSIVE will have their own devices which are infused with ONPASSIVE own hardware? Like, say, take for instance, mobile devices, laptops, and stuff like that. That's my question.
I missed that. I'm sorry.
I might be lagging because I'm on a hotspot. If someone else heard what I asked, could you repeat it for me?
No, go for it. Go one more time.
Okay, I'm asking if sometime in the future, we talked about products earlier, is ONPASSIVE going to have a product let's take for instance using a mobile device, a phone, laptop that is infused with ONPASSIVE on hardware. That's what I'm asking.
I heard you exactly, but I'm trying to make sense or to
Okay, like
to
for
give
instance,
clarity.
you
Give me
know,
examples.
Apple has their own devices with their own hardware. What ONPASSIVE has something similar to that?
Are you saying like our software works on a specific hardware or the other way
Yes.
around?
Yes, specific hardware, specifically for ONPASSIVE.
Not we haven't had a plan for that yet. I'm not sure if I completely understand you, but or you're
So, Ash, what he is trying to say here is, you know, for instance, the way they have the Apple hardware and they've built it with iOS, and you have the Android tablet, and it will ONPASSIVE have something like that.
Correct.
No, not that we planned anything yet. Any reason for that, Raphael? Why would we do it?
Well, I'm just
Should be
asking because
compatible with every phone provider or device or hardware provider with any operating system. Should be compatible.
yeah, but I know that eventually we're gonna, and very soon we're gonna own it. So that's why I asked that particular question. You know,
I get it.
If we own it, then we would cover everything.
Got it. Yeah, not yet. We're not planning to have any exclusivity of that on that direction for now.
Understood.
Unless you want us to start thinking of that.
Yeah, I think it would be nice. Or even yet, say for instance, now I'm using a hotspot because my internet service here in the Bahamas was in Elutra actually was down all day from about 10 a.m. So I'm on a hotspot just to be on this webinar from my phone data. So will we have something that with OVerify, not OVirtual, that would solve that problem?
Understood. Not yet. Okay, so you're Raphael. You know what's the problem with most women?
Uh-oh. Wait. Disclaimer.
I'm kidding.
Disclaimer. Disclaimer.
Or wives to be specific. They have high expectations from us. We're not that deep, okay? They really think we're that complicated. No, we're so you probably have too much expectations.
My thing is that I figure you had all the easy questions earlier, so I just will give you one for your brain at the end.
Thank you. Okay.
I think with that, we go to Julie. You have your questions. Yeah.
Wait. Does she have a question? Because Niraj has a bounce question. Julie, got a question or comment? Can I bring Niraj in? Because, you know, he wants me to hug him and stuff if I don't give his way. So, come on, Niraj. You owe me, Niraj.
Yeah, definitely. I owe you. Ash, one more question. Can you give us a sequence of activities for March 2024? You talked about the OConnect commercial version. You talked about clearing the bulk payments. You talked about launching new products. Could you also touch up something on traffic and bonus if you're allowed? Or any other activities that we can expect in March or later?
Have you been talking to Raphael before? All right. I appreciate that. I know you, Niraj. Okay, you're asking for others, but I wish one day it would become like we've got enough for the day. We're happy with that, but I think we have to realistically allow the company to do what's possible. Okay, if we have that everybody's like focused on one area. I know a common area is like the withdraw. Another common area is for those who don't have withdraw, they want to generate money or basically be given money for nothing, and they're expecting to have enough traffic to generate that. So this is really over expectations, and where others, might have, and I like that too. Everybody's valid. There's no wrong or right. Okay, it's just a preference. There may be having some preference on some products, or they want to have more products open in the marketplace so they can generate more revenue. Others, that's it. They got what we have now. Next, like it's like that entertainment vibe. So everybody has their own prediction, expectation, and all of that. I really ask, and I hope you can understand, it is more productive to let the company achieve what's possible, what's realistic in a proper manner without having that like pressure. Oh no, ouch, we have to focus on this now. And, we really have our hands are full in every possible way, time, people, resources. There's nothing else we believe like we're behind with it. So let us finish. And, I think we're doing more than any company would do for you. But you have to make up your own common sense. And I'm not saying to Neeraj, please, everybody understand. He's an amazing guy. He's asking for others, okay? And he asks amazing questions. So I'm asking everybody to think about, make common sense. So if you're focused on that, does it make sense now to get into other bonuses or traffic, or the priority for us, for example, to release the commercial OConnect and open the payment processor again, or add more, release the previous withdrawal, open more, so make up the connection. You would probably decide maybe it would be healthier to talk about this maybe in a couple of weeks, once that clears up. And to respect everybody, some people come with a question previous to the session, and that's what they had in mind, and they ignore what they've learned throughout the session because they just set their mind for that question. So make sure, I think it's fairly addressed, or you can make up your own analogy about that and walk away with understanding. And it might be probably more, I don't want to say appropriate, more meaningful in a couple of, everything is appropriate, okay? But it probably be more relevant and meaningful in another time.
Thank you, Ash.
Thank you, Neeraj. I know I call her ONPASSIVE sweetheart, Janet Butler. I know you are crazy busy taking notes, and I know you wanted to stay in the back, but you're just gonna have to say something. We love you. Sorry.
Hi. Yeah, I'm sitting here just doing some editing. But no, I'm listening. It's nice to be here. No, I've enjoyed being here. Always love hanging out with all of you guys. One day looking forward to just meeting and seeing everybody. That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you,
for
Janet.
all we do.
Yep.
And why do you call her the sweetheart of ONPASSIVE?
Yes. Princess. All right. With that, Miss Julie, you probably have a question or two. Julie Wynn.
Yes, I do have a question, but do you have someone that you were wanting to have them ask the question first?
I think I went through my list.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Give me 1 second. Let me go through the list really quick.
Did John Boyd got a chance to speak?
John, if you are here.
Ash, check your phone again. Something in the chat I want you to see, please.
John, can you unmute?
John Boyd, can you unmute?
Who said that? No, that's not true.
Yes.
He's a naysayer, Ash. I don't know how he got in here, but you might want to check that, what you can find out from that.
The name, so I can.
You want the name?
Put them out. Yeah.
Chris McNair.
No, I texted, so or.
I sent you the whole message.
While y'all are doing your text thing, John White, go ahead and speak for us, man.
Hi, John.
Can't hear you, buddy.
In the meantime,
Can you hear us, John?
He looks frozen to me.
No, he's moving. I can see he's just skinny.
Maybe that's it.
Lost a lot of weight.
He has.
John, can you speak? No, we can't hear you, buddy.
We heard him slightly. Yeah, speak up.
Oh, did
John. Is that him or somebody else?
Thanks, somebody else, Ash.
It was him, Mr. Ash, but I think his internet is, because for me it looks frozen, so he might be cutting in and out.
all right, with that, there is a question from Trevor Peters. Julie, if you would read that, please.
John, call my cell phone.
Yeah. Yes, Manu. Let me take a look at the question really quick. Hold on. At what moment do you feel that ONPASSIVE will become a common name such as Google, Apple, Nike, Amazon, Sony? And at what milestone must we cross to achieve this status?
And as Ivy said, she envisions that we're one of the big players at the global stage. I do believe we will be. It's hard to know when. I mean, how can I know? But I know it will be a household name and brand recognized with the big dogs. And at some point, I do believe that it will be more important to our life than others because of what we would provide in the upcoming stages. What's your feeling, Trevor? But I know he's not talking. Could be a couple of years.
Hey, Ash, I can talk on that.
Please.
I do believe we are now, not in the future. Now we are now. If you go to Dubai Mall, you go to the train station, you go Abu Dhabi, you with all the tourists that are going there, I think it's already a kitchen name. That's my belief.
Impactful, but I want to also be more practical in terms of what we offer and the daily uses of a broader customer base. we're not there yet, okay? The many people use Google, Apple, Amazon for those different reasons. We're not there yet, okay? We have a good buzz, okay? Thanks to our media and marketing departments and the way we do things. You know, we have a style where we have a swag, if you wish. But I know we're going to be there, and I know we will be more merciful and more, people will trust us more in terms of uplifting humanity, and they recognize that we were truly intended to improve their life, despite who they are and where they come from and their ability and all of that. If you're no value to YouTube, let's say, if you cause trouble or hassle, guess what? You're out in a blink. You could have 1 million or 10 million customers. I have cases, I know. You could have millions of followers. You work years and years and years to build that customer base and followers. You work so hard to build it, and one tiny violation, you're out. You're nothing to them unless you're of value to them and you increase their bottom line. Yeah, they keep you. But anything else, you're out. Just a number. Nobody cares about you. Nothing with heart. So that's an advantage I believe we have. We're distinguished in our humanity and our, heart. And I have never said this to Trevor or to you or to Oliver. As Ash Mufareh, I have never sat down and calculated, oh, I wish we would have this many people or this number. I never go on that. But what I do is, when we're building something, I know this could attract so and so number. So my duty and my part is to be prepared for that so we can serve effectively. But I never, oh, I wish we can crush them. I wish we could kill them. No, I don't have that mind. Maybe my son has that mind, but not me. I believe we were created to add value to everybody, not to take value or not to take away value from anyone. Okay, so 3 hours and a half if you see the clock at the top.
Mr. Ash, would you please allow one more person?
Yeah, of course.
Lynn Nakamoto has some either comments or questions. Go ahead, please.
Oh, thank you, Manu.
Yeah.
I have a question regarding the future, Ash Mufareh. You know, we're talking about today and all that's been happening, but I really would like to know what your vision is for ONPASSIVE and where it will be 10 years or more from now.
I love that question. That's more rational. I would say definitely will be done with the first 3 phases on Earth, and that is the time I'm actually looking for. I'm 50 years old, though I don't look like it. I'm not aging in any way. Thank you. I know, but I don't plan when I'm 80. I don't plan when I'm 70. I don't know my mental capacity. I completely unload everything in my potential, including the main 3 phases of ONPASSIVE, which and they will definitely reshape the planet in every aspect. The life is going to be 10 years from now, 2034, 35. There's going to be a very, very easy and the inventions and the things that will be in our daily details will be live, and I believe in every household. If you ask me my wish, or maybe at least a hope for that, may God lead us to, as fast as possible, to the right people and more of the talented people that they can carry the mission alongside with us, and we can speed up the process effectively without drama, without manipulation and abuse like, the previous couple of years. I'm very hopeful for that. I'm very hopeful because we get better. Every stab, every exercise, every challenge, as Les Brown says, if you can look up, you can get up, right? Every time we get smacked, in the next hour we're planning something else. You cannot crush us. You cannot crush us, because we will do this, because we're doing it for the right reasons. I like your question, Lynn. So I believe it will be very, very obvious within 10 years, time reasonably. I like that time line. There has to be an obvious, noticeable difference between the life before ONPASSIVE, say now, okay, so 2024, the life is something now. I'm almost confident it will be in a different position, much better, collectively, in 10 years from today. And how old would the Rob Gorman be?
85. 85.
He will be sexy and hot and young, too.
85 years young.
He doesn't look like it. Man, I look like his uncle. How old is your oldest kid, Rob? Your first kid?
First kid is 51.
51.
Older than me. Wow. I'm going to be calling you Uncle Rob, okay?
Rob could be your daddy.
Easy, Johnson.
But he's in a better shape. My dad looks like his grandpa.
Did you hear that, Chris? He said.
Just open the window, yeah. All right, who else, Minu?
Julie, and then Ron will wrap it up and put a bow on it. So, Julie?
Julie, you want to take a look at the
Yes.
We have 1, 2, 3,
Yes.
4 highlighted, or 5?
Yes. 5. You know what? We have Lynn spoke. So
Well,
Rob has questions.
No, I miscounted. No. How many? 1, 2, 3. Remember, Narelle is pending. 1, 2.
1, 2,
3, 4.
4, and mine is 5. So we have 5 left.
Go ahead, Julie. I'll wrap it up after you're done.
Oh, okay. But Lynn just spoke, so let's address Rob's questions. Would that be okay with you, Mr. Ash?
Yeah. Tell me.
Yeah, it's right here. He spoke about physical products. Well, let me get to him. Okay.
So which Rob?
Rob Woman.
Okay.
Right
your
here.
daddy. Your daddy.
Yeah. He's here. He can ask it.
Yes. Would you please have Rob ask the question?
Son, how you doing? It's been a while since I've seen you, son.
Hey, Uncle, how many sons do you have that you can mix them up?
Can't mix them up. I got 4, and I guess you've been added to the mix. So there you go.
Very good. All right.
So, yeah, my question was about the physical products. I know you had alluded to the fact that since April of last year, there's something that's either finished or just about to be finished. Will that product be available, do you feel, to the general public, or will it just be available to the founders initially?
So I think the very first couple of physical products are, they're a number, okay? They're not a couple. So they will be hardware equipments and devices and wires and audio video components for OConnect. Deploying some of them to make them available within the ecosystem for OConnect. Does it mean anybody else out in the public can use them for other products? Yes. Okay. But they would be more meaningful and branded and perfectly work with OConnect. So we don't have plan to put them out to the public, though we could just put them on a public website. But we're not that hungry for sales per se.
I got it. I'm ready to rumble. I sent you a package. You should get it Monday.
Thank you. I appreciate that. You didn't have to, but that's
I know.
very nice of you.
No.
Yeah, I'll pick it up at the office for you, Ed.